is go on Facebook and join the Holley EFI page. Let me tell you, there's some extremely helpful guys that will answer your question guaranteed within 30 minutes. Like, I asked that question because I had 2 ways to do it on the diagram. Actually, there was 3 ways. Before, after, and then they had another setup that didn't have any return. It's a whole separate kit that you can buy that goes back by the tank. That's a returnless system. I'm not going to pay that much money for that. And I really, on these big blocks, they run hot. They're big engines. This car's old. Everything's going to be hot, especially where I live. I mean, look, we're 2 days away from Christmas. It's 60 degrees outside. I'm standing here in my garage in short sleeves. Okay? You're not going to want to run this car with no circulation of the gas and the heat that we have down here. We're talking about, in my area, with the humidity and the heat, you're talking about 100, maybe 90 to 100 degrees. So, basically, here, let me show you one more time. Fuel in. Runs over here, fuel in. No return on this thing. Your return comes out of the bottom of that. Okay? That's where it comes from. This thing's kind of a pain in the ass to install. I installed it too low the first time because I was trying to keep it out of the way and keep this line more level. But the screws, you have to mount this part first, the back bracket. Then you sit this on here, have to connect your lines to it because they go through the bracket. And then they give you these screws that are self-tapping that go under here to secure this thing. Okay, here's my hand. Look how much clearance you have there. So you can't get a drill to self-tap that. So, and you're not going to turn that by hand. You've got, what, you need a screwdriver this long, and you're going to try to go underneath here with a screw that is a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch long, not even, maybe 3/8 of an inch long. So you've got a tiny screw you're trying to put in the bottom of that. So basically what I did was I stupidly put it too low, which left me no room. So I moved it up, but before I moved it up, I pre-drilled the screws into the box itself so that the way was already made for it. I did it a couple times in and out to make sure it was easy to turn. Then I stuck it on there, hooked all the lines to it, grabbed the little screwdriver, and was able to turn it by hand. And there it is. Okay? So, that's it. The best thing I can tell you is that, you know, the easiest thing is to get on that page if you're having issues or just having general questions. A guy from Holley himself responded to me. Along other people responded, but the guy himself from Holley actually responded. This setup right here, you need to put aside about $2,000 to do this. And that's no exaggeration. The kit itself is going to run you like, well, at least this setup, you're going to be in the $1,300 range or the $900 or so range if you don't get the full fuel kit. The full fuel kit gives you all these fittings that are real nice, that actually clamp good. They give you the good clamps. They give you that. They give you the pumps. They give you everything. You're stupid if you don't get the full kit because they size everything to match what you have. If you don't size everything to match what you have, you're going to be guessing and trying to figure out, oh, I need this size, I need that size, I need this, and I need that. And then, guess what? By the time you go buy all this crap, because they give you 20 foot of line, which is expensive, you're talking about $4 to $5 a foot, you're going to need a boatload of line because you're going to run that return all the way back. You're going to run this one this way, this one that way. By the time you go buy all this stuff, in gas and driving to O'Reilly's or wherever you're getting the stuff from, Napa, wherever you go, you're going to spend way more money going back and forth trying to figure out all the pieces and parts you need. I'm talking about all this stuff comes with it. I mean, I haven't even hooked up all of it. But when you buy the full kit, you're getting all these little fittings and bushings and just all kinds of little things that you need that you know damn well when you do something, you're going to be going to the store about 5,000 times to get stuff. Well, it's all already here. So I don't have to make no trips. All I had to do was figure out how it went so I could hook it up right. Okay? So, that's that. Now, the reason I say you're going to have a couple thousand, you're going to buy the kit. The kit's 13 something, so $1,400 by the time you buy everything with the fuel pump and everything. Then I had to go buy more line because I don't know if it's just this car is excessively long and they're giving you a setup for maybe a Ford Pinto or a Dodge Omni or something, but I needed another about 15 foot of line that I was short. So I had to go buy 15 foot of that. And here's where it gets expensive. To run this setup, you have to buy these superconductor wires, okay? You can't get cheap here. You can't run regular ones. They got to be 8.5 and they got to be superconductor wires. You got to buy a HEI cap. You got to buy enough spark to get this thing moving. This right here, over $100, okay? With that, you also have to buy the spark plugs, high spark. I guess you don't have to, but that's what on the book that I got from them, it said you have to have these things, okay? It's all right there. You have to have this or it won't run right. So why am I going to spend, you know, $1,200, $1,300 and then go put a 79-cent spark plug in and it's going to run like shit, okay? It doesn't make sense. So I went ahead and followed their directions on getting the wires in. Well, that was a 100%. The box tells you, you got to have these. So I'm going to show you one more time. Superconductor wires. You got to have those, okay? So that's where we're at. I got a buddy coming here. He's at work. He gets off work in about 30 minutes. He's going to help me with this mess of wires. This is all the old wiring from the car. We're going to redo all this wiring, and it's very depressing and very difficult. But we're going to have to put the new distributor in. We're going to rewire all this so it looks better. And then we are going to just finish up. Yeah, I got to put the starter in, hook up our radiator. At this point, most of the hard stuff is done. Now it's just all the little tedious stuff. I took the day off, these next few days off. He's took the day off tomorrow. We're going to see if we can fire this pig up, and that'll be a very, very happy day, because this has been a long time sitting in my garage. Meanwhile, my wife's BMW sitting outside. She's getting anxious for me to get this thing running and put it back down in the pole barn to get it out of here. But I don't want to take it out of here because it's like this. I mean, if I take it and put it down there without it being sealed up, I don't want everything to get ruined again. So that's it, guys. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have another video and it's going to be high success. See you later.